Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Hobbit Village, Stillpond. So, where are we? We are back at the farm, or the orchard, or the apple orchard, or whatever the hell. We're back here. So yeah, we're just going to be probably building a couple of trees. I want to make a small dock type area. I don't think this person would really go out on a boat, but they're going to have a small one here anyway, just in case. Maybe this guy actually trades, like this fisherman, every so often, you know, if doesn't want to overfish, maybe he trades with this person, or trades across the river with this guy, or this guy actually trades, I don't know. Some sort of reason, story, I'll have to explain myself to you. You know what I mean. But yeah, we're going to do something pretty similar to this. I'm just going to use dark oak, maybe. Maybe we'll use dark oak. Yeah, we'll use dark oak. I'm going to just do a small one. I'm not even going to do a big dock. I think just, you know, like something like this, that goes up to here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then goes up to here. Like, honestly, just above the water. Doesn't really matter. And this one is just above the water actually by a slab, so maybe I'll do something like that. But no, I'll do a completely different design. Let's just do a completely different design. Let's go fresh. Yeah, let's go fresh. Now I was thinking about doing it over this way, so I'll do it a little bit higher than the last one I did. Go 1, 2, 3, and then we can have a post in there. 2, 3, and then there'll be a post in there, and then we can just do something like this. There we go. I'm mixing a couple more materials into this to make it look more interesting, because at the minute it looks just dark and miserable, which is not exactly what I'm going for. Maybe even have like rope to tie it off, so we'll have one of these up here. There'll actually be... There we go, rope. We can actually tie that off. No, I did just hit that, didn't I? There we go, so I have that. I will go for these though, every so often. And also, not really the light ones, I think. Not those ones either, not that one. Maybe just oak then. Oak's always a good one. So there we go. Dot these around like this. So there we go, that looks like patchy and kind of crappy. Which is exactly what I want. Surprisingly. So there we go, we've got a place to tie off there, maybe we'll have another place to tie off here. There we go, 2. Cool, so we got that. Now we can join this into like a thing. Just go across here for now. That plant, because it's annoying, and get these. Now we don't have any storage, but I think I did explain that, didn't I? Yeah, I did explain that. God damn it, I can't remember. So the reason I don't have any storage is because he'll sell the apple straight on, or at market, or whatever. Now I want this to go through the orchard, so it forces somebody to go through them. And then I'll come back down. There we go. Here. Right, there we go. And there, like that. And we can have loads of stuff at the dock. So it is like he is trading every so often. But it's not as used as the other one. That's why it's like quite dirty and not as clean. That makes sense, doesn't it? There we go. There we go, so now we've got this. Don't like how I've just got an extra block there. That just looked a bit weird, but this is fine. Something goes around. Yeah, that's good. It's all pretty good, to be honest. You know, it's like old dock that's not really used that much. We'll have just like every so often like a doubled up one, maybe on these bits. There we go. And they're all kind of different. And then we're gonna have just buttons, just wooden buttons. Oh yeah. Wooden buttons like that. They'll save the day. That's all we need. All we need is wooden buttons. There we go. There we go. That one will be there. You can actually have the same type on the other side. There we go. So it's just giving us the stupidly simple docks, so people might, you know, pull up on their very small canoe-y type things and trade some apples or something. I don't know. I have no idea. You guys can figure out a storyline, and I'm sure I will at some point figure out a storyline. When I do, I'll tell you guys that storyline. Maybe. Right, so we're going to have like crates like this. Maybe there's been a couple that... It's not just obviously that kind of stuff. He's got other bits and bobs maybe coming in. Or maybe like this is one of the bigger ones for the town. Because it's actually probably the bigger dock nearest the town. So if there is small supplies that come across there, then you know they can do. Though I don't know why they wouldn't go by other means, you know. Maybe it's just heavier stuff. So yeah, that makes sense when they're heavier stuff, yeah. So I will have a little ship tied off. Very, very small ship, but not like, maybe a canoe with like a thing on it. Yeah. Thing on it. You know what I mean. So there we go. That's a nice barrel. Some potatoes. Have we got any apples? Any apples? Anywhere? Oh, there we go. Apples. So then move this one around because this one doesn't really matter too much. I got those up to there. There we go. I'll just... God damn it. I'll find a place for it. There we go. So we got some apples. More apples. I know that the biomes... There are biomes that are better for it, so I just want to try and find, random-wise, you know, how often do they come up? The answer is, well, fish come up loads in those type of biomes, but these ones don't. Find it. Oh, we will find it. I'll find another one, I swear. Oh, I got an empty crate. I'm pretty happy with the empty crates as well, so... There we go. And maybe these apples have been out there for a little bit of time. So I'll do the thing that everybody bloody does. Oh, that's true, everybody does do this. It does look good, though. So you can't blame them. There we go. That. And that actually reminds me, I haven't got any on this water. At all. Which is a bit nuts, it's a bit crazy. So we are going to actually just, you know, do that. We'll just bring this across to here, we'll have some flies there. There we go. I'm actually going to have some over here as well. This weird looking tree. We'll have them up there instead. This will actually be the buzzing light ones. Like the bees, but they're fireflies. Those ones. And maybe even have some right on the water on the edge here. Oh no, now it's bugging out, isn't it? There you go. Why is it bugging out? Oh yeah, it's flies. Which one is it anyway? Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. So they haven't even given me the actual method. Oh, come on. No, it's not going to do it, is it? Alright, that's fine. I'm going to have some buzzing around right here. There we go. Seems to be certain places where maybe it's like right on the edge of the chunk or something. I don't really know. I don't know how it figures it all out. There we go. I have one up here. So it might be that we don't even get around to building trees this episode. Instead we'll just be like remembering that I've completely forgotten this type of detail. Which is exactly what I've done, you know. Some nice buzzy ones. I'm actually going to grab both of those types. I think it's going to be easier than cycling through. So we've got the buzzy ones and we've got the flies. There we go. We can obviously put beehives around as well at some point. I cannot believe how did I forget about this? Seriously? We want one there, and we want one up here. This is like a weird like flower, so maybe it'll attract more of these yellow ones. And it kind of offsets the colour-wise as well. And we'll have a nice one around about here. Yeah, that's kind of good, doesn't it? That does look good. Okay, now normal flies. More flies above this like stinky pondy stuff. And we can have some bees around these flowers because there's so many flowers around. I cannot believe I completely forgot this. Like, how? How did nobody tell me? Actually, probably because I'm actually... I think I've only put out episode 13 of this. That's how much I'm going ahead now. I'm enjoying it, so screw it. So why not? Why not continue on? There we go. I'll just do there. The nice one around here. Let's go flies. Nothing around on this side. Maybe just go up. Oh, that's good. I don't see anything here either, so I might go for there. So I'm trying to figure out nice like little places so that, you know, you walk out of here and then you notice. I cannot know. Where did I got rid of them completely, didn't I? No, I didn't. They're there. There we go. Somebody there was a little bit higher. That's fine. Actually, quite nice to just see them there. And it kind of blends in a bit. Okay, that's good. This is good. Maybe some flies like right down here. Not those type, right behind there. There's a little nest going around or something. Okay. Right, well, that's just taking up our time by accident. Didn't mean to do that. Right, now the first thing I want to do is I want to grab some barrels and I want to change the biome to forest because you get more of the apple ones, then I can figure out where to put the trees. Yep, there we go, I've spoken enough words. So let's get forest. Now forest is back a bit, isn't it? No, it's not that one. There's forest. Okay, there we go, there's one. So I'm just going to grab that biome. And maybe we'll have one over here. So that's not worked. That has though. So it's a lot easier to do it this way. This is how I do the orchards anyway. If I ever want to find them. It doesn't matter if you change the biome to forest because, you know, it's a pretty good biome anyway. So maybe we'll have a closed crate there anyway. That's quite good. This, very lucky. And over here. Oh no, actually I like that. There we go. I like the empty one every so often, as if they've been, you know, pulled up or whatever. Okay. There we go, that's good. Okay, so we got those over in the hills. And then we'll... Oh, that's good. Then I'll close off this, so I won't have too many around here. Okay, that didn't work. But... Nope, nope. There we go, that's one there anyway. Right, that's good. And maybe one over here. Nope, there. Forest. That's not working. Not that one. Not that one. Not there. I've been lucky so far, except for on this. This is really weird. This is actually really weird. So it's got to be there. Come on. There. Wasn't even on the right biome. Okay. So got that. I'm gonna have a couple more over here. There and there. Well, actually I need to make sure that there we go, there's apples. This one isn't apples, this is... That's apples, good. I have another apples over here. Now, do I want to have like a little storage area, like a little, not a barn, but I might have like a little building here with like a similar style that's just on the back. No, I don't know, because I don't know if it'll fit or not. Probably not. No, probably not. Okay, is that looking good? That's looking quite good. Maybe have one over here as well. And then we'll get this. We'll probably have to do, instead of going back inside to Snoop Hop's house, I think we'll have to finish up this hedge to get all the basics done just for this. I think that's the only way we can really do it. Now, I grabbed every single leaf known to man, didn't I? I had oak, I had spruce. Did I have spruce? I didn't have spruce. Okay, I didn't have spruce. I had birch, though. Jungle. I had acacia and dark oak and... Does it just switch something? Yeah, it did. Of course it did. Acacia and dark oak and then berries. Okay, well, berries are always good. So I start with berries. I'm just going to do a light sprinkle of them here. It's following this cliff, really. Well, not cliff, this hill. I might do something a little bit different here. I might actually do something a bit different. I might use... Yeah, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do something quite cool. I'll have like a half bit. I'm going to have a small stone wall instead. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Just mix things up, make it a little bit different. We are going to have cobblestone. We're going to need all the other bits. And we're going to do this random wall that lots of people do. And the reason they do it is because it looks good. And there we go. I have all this. There we go. I'll switch out these bits. And then we'll have it bow out a little bit more and then come back in. I'll fill or backfill this in a bit as well. There we go. And that'll go down to there. And then what you do is you just basically do random amounts of stairs and stuff like going everywhere. This is how I do it. I spin around in like a 360. But you guys can do whatever you want. I know it looks ridiculous, but it works, alright? And then I'll like fill in with these as well, in between. It's just really weird. Maybe this one will actually switch over to this side or something, and then this one needs to be switched to this side or something. Or that way, or maybe that one needs to go that way, and this one needs to go this way. I think that was originally what it was, so there we go. And maybe even, yeah, switch that over that way. So some of them don't always work, but it doesn't really matter. Now this one doesn't because it's both going the same way, but we can do like a... something like that. Yeah. There we go, that gives us a nice little wall. It looks a little bit too... you know, but we will then go around and just go bang, or bang, or bang, there, but not there. And we'll go there though. And this is going to actually be knocked down a little bit, and so is that one. That one's going to be knocked down definitely, and then this does get knocked down. Now that looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Then I'm going to just grab a brush, because as you guys know, it's a lot easier to randomize with a brush. So you just do mask on 4, and then you just do BR sphere. And I want to have a pretty high percentage. I'm just going to do 50% of 4. And I'm going to do 50% of 48, which is moss. And I'm just going to do a sphere of 5. Now, oh, that's very heavy actually. Let's just undo that. So we're going to go 25 and 75. That's why I always try it out and don't be afraid to, you know, change it. There you go. I'm just going to sprinkle this on. And I'll just add in a couple of extra bits like manually or something. Because it's very difficult with this, but that does look pretty cool. And it's a little bit different, so that's what I was trying to get at with this. Just, you know, do the typical kind of wool type thing as well. Because it can look pretty cool. At least I think it looks pretty cool. Now down here this would definitely be mossy. 100%, and I'm actually going to fall a little bit in, as if it's like the wall's gone in time. I might even pull a couple of these down. Now this lake bed is actually crap. I think I'll just do I don't know what I'll do. I'm always going on about it in my plot review videos, but obviously on this I just haven't had time to fill an entire lake, which is the size of a very big amount of plots. But I will get around to it, I swear, one day. So I'm going to make it look like it kind of fell in a bit. Or the lake's been getting bigger or something. And that kind of shows it. That's quite interesting. Right. Well, we've actually got time-wise. We've got a minute, apparently, according to my clock. So there's no way we're going to be able to get anything done in a minute. Except we could pull a couple of these bits over. So we're just going to do that. Exactly what we're going to do with the other side. We're going to do that now on this. I'm just going to grab everything that we've actually got. And I can't really see that many dark leaves. On this side anyway. I'll put on there. I'll do. Right, so we're going to just, I think, have this go across, or should we do a half fence type one? So what I did before, off camera, is I did this, just followed the cliffs, and then every so often I'd just put in a bush. So, but I first did this. I just followed the highest point, or the point that the hill seems to follow. So here, for example, I wouldn't, you know, just do the highest point and go around there. I'd then drop down at this point and then follow it naturally. So yeah, do something like this and then I'll probably pull this. That's difficult, isn't it? There you go. You can see the bush that I've got. I'd probably just leave that there actually and have this as a big bush. Yeah, I'd have this as a big bush. So maybe we'll do that as well next time. I don't know. Just do like these bits. Sorry, okay, that's a good one there. And then you thicken them up in a bit, but just random leaves is great. Oh, that means there was lag on the server. That was very strange. I'll have to have a look at that in a bit. There we go. So we get this like big bush, and then we can, you know, do the thorny bits into it. And we can also just push this up, and there'll be like trees around and stuff, so it's fine. Right, let's try that one out. Yeah, let's do a little bit more acacia bits. And then there, actually no, we can have a flower on there. We will have a flower that doesn't come up a lot. Alliums don't come up a lot, so we'll have one there. Same with this as well. We'll actually have a blue one. And I think I'll go through. It will take me an entire episode to go through and do this kind of water side stuff. It will be worth it though. I think, you know, it is worth it actually. I know it is. There'll be a tree down here as well. because I said so. So we'll see. There we go. Put in a couple of these, put a couple of those. And we don't even have any berries in this one. Oh, I love the berries, so... Where is it? There it is. Try out those. There we go. It's got a bush. It's not as good as the other side because I'm trying to rush it to make sure that I get a little bit of this in so you guys understand what I'm going to be doing next episode. or just try and lessen it, I guess. If you guys don't want to watch it, which is fine. You don't have to. If you know what's going on, then so it's good. Right. Okay. Well, let's put in a couple of these. That's right. And this one right here with the barriers. So there. And then there's that. That's fine. And then just make these thorny. There we go. Look at this. Look at that there. That is awesome. I'm starting to get like a proper view over here. Look at this. Now that looks a lot better, doesn't it? Even that house now looks like it sits in a proper location because I've spent a tiny amount of time doing this. And it's got two different walls as well. I quite like that. I actually quite like using that wall on the thing. So I might do separators just to do farms, which I've seen before actually. I think Deadly Weapon does it on my server. He's done it on another farm. It looks awesome. So I think that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Sorry we haven't really done that much at all, but I swear we'll do some more stuff next episode. I think what I'm going to do is just this river side bit we're going to do. I'm going to just fill out that and really flesh it out and make it look really cool. And then you guys will kind of get an idea of what to do on those, and then we can get on some trees. Maybe go back into Snoop Hobbs' house. I don't know. We'll see. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.